This movie is an epic that details the rise and fall of French Emperor Napoleon and his relentless journey to power through the prism of his addictive and volatile relationship with his wife Josephine. First of all, this movie has some good battle sequences. The action scenes are visually impressive and they are expertly choreographed. Unfortunately, what happens in between those impressive action scenes are disappointing. The action scenes feel dramatic and suspenseful in a way little else does. Every other aspect of the film is almost frustratingly determined to appear rote. The movie is basically a repetitive slog of battle scenes, marital problems, and the occasional exile. There is much richer story that explores the dark and complicated history of the French Revolution and Napoleon's place in it. But this film's politics are surface level and informational, and it neglects to dig any deeper. The movie moves from one major historical event to the next, with on-screen text to keep track of the year and the incident's name. The rather quick movement from one major event to the next begins to feel like a checklist. Despite its 157-minute runtime, the movie tries to cover too much ground, making it difficult to settle into any historical events presented. Its reach feels too broad in scope, while also dragging on into cumbersome territory. Most of the movie is devoted to the central relationship between Napoleon and Josephine. Unfortunately, the relationships are presented as very shallow, with poorly written conversations as flimsy substitutes for what are supposed to be meaningful emotional bonds. Both actors lack the chemistry to sell this love story, making the complicated central romance fall rather flat. This movie feels choppy, unpolished, and rushed. There's little sense of narrative propulsion, as one thing does not lead to another so much as it tumbles into another. As soon as it finds the rhythm of a particular scene or moment of dialogue between characters, the story will abruptly move to the next key date in Napoleon's life, truncating some of the film's most riveting scenes. There's a lack of care for the characters, as the script underwrites and underutilizes just about everyone. It's all formulaic at a certain point. Napoleon's opponents and allies are nothing but hollow historical figures in this movie. After those wars, no new information about the titular character is presented. The Napoleon at the end of the film is effectively the same man introduced at the beginning. Overall, this is a very superficial film that is more style than substance. We do not recommend to watch this in theaters. Just wait on your streaming service.